In the 2024-25 season, Barcelona scored 174 goals. That's more than any other club in Europe and the third most in the entire history of the club. A club that once had Messi, Suarez, and Neymar in the same team. And they did it with the front three that on paper made absolutely no sense. A 36-year-old everyone had already written off, a winger the club had spent the summer trying to get rid of, and a 17-year-old kid. This is how those three terrorized Europe.
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast! That's the sound of the police!
We should start with Raphinha because he is the strangest one. He'd been at Barcelona 2 years and he was fine. He was decent. He scored 7 league goals in his first season and 6 in his second, and by the summer of 2024, the club were openly trying to move him on. Nobody would have blinked if he'd gone. Then Hansi Flick showed up, gave him the armband, moved him inside, and something completely broke open. 6 league goals became 18. He played more minutes than anybody else at the club, 4,661, about 81 minutes every single game, all season. And at the end of it, La Liga named him the best player in the entire division. Then there's Lewandowski, 36 years old, and the entire conversation around him that summer was whether Barcelona needed to replace him. He'd had a quiet year, the legs were supposedly gone, everyone had already written the ending for him. He scored 42 goals, 27 in the league, 11 in the Champions League, 3 in the Cup, 1 in the Supercopa. On the last day of the season, he scored twice and went past 100 goals for Barcelona. Last but not least, Lamine Yamal, who was 17. He just won the Euros with Spain before he was old enough to drive, and instead of the drop-off everyone expects after a summer like that, he came back and got better. A veteran, a reject, and a child. It should not have worked. What Flick did was simple and completely insane. He shoved the defensive line about as high as it's physically possible to push it, squeezed the whole game into 40 yards, and basically told his front three to go and do whatever they wanted. They finished the season with 66% possession and 88% passing accuracy, but the thing that actually made them frightening was how fast they got the ball forward the second they won it back. And you could see it working by October. By the end of that month, the three of them had already combined for 33 goals and 16 assists. It wasn't even Halloween yet. People were already saying Messi, Suarez, Neymar in October. Then it just kept going. Raphinha scored a hat-trick against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Yamal was hitting shots from 30 yards like it was a normal thing to do. He ended the season with 7 goals from outside the box on his own, and Barcelona had 23 as a team, more than any club in Europe. But the part that actually defined them is that this team would not lose. They came from behind to win 9 separate times, including both cup finals, both of which were against Real Madrid. They won the Supercopa, they won the Copa del Rey, they won La Liga with 88 points, and 45 of those came away from home, which was more than any club in Europe's top 5 leagues managed on the road. 3 trophies, the domestic treble, and the guy they'd been trying to sell 12 months earlier was now in the Ballon d'Or conversation. But the Champions League is where it got genuinely ridiculous. Raphinha scored 8 in the league phase alone, then 3 across the 2 legs against Benfica, then the opener in a 4-0 win over Dortmund in the quarterfinal. By the time Barcelona reached the semifinal, he had more Champions League goals than anybody else left in the competition. And the semifinal was Inter. 2 legs, 13 goals, probably the best tie anyone's watched in a decade. First leg finished 3-3. Raphinha set up 2 of them.
Koundé running into Lamine Yamal, but he's kept his composure, kept the ball. Now he sets up and skips away from Mkhitaryan. Oh, that's brilliant! That is brilliant! Pedri. Headed down by Raphinha! Equaliser! Ferran Torres! In there. with the Barcelona fans. Pulled back here to Yamal, who lets it run. Oh, that's a great goal! It's Raphinha with an absolute bullet!
Second leg at the San Siro, and Barcelona are 2-0 down at halftime. Then Eric Garcia scores, and he almost scores 6 minutes later, and it's level. And then in the 87th minute, Pedri finds Raphinha in the box. His first shot gets saved, and he smashes in the rebound.
It's gone in! Raphinha with his 13th goal in the Champions League, and it might just have sent Barcelona to the final!
Barcelona are going to the final. Yamal hits the post about a minute later trying to finish it off. And then in the 93rd minute,
and Martin, another highlight, his terrific performance, but Dumfries, first time, Francesco Acerbi, his first goal this season, draws it that level.
Francesco Acerbi equalizes. A 37-year-old defender who had never scored in Europe in 20 seasons of trying. Frattesi wins it in extra time, 7-6 on aggregate. So they went out, but look at what it actually took to stop them. Inter's goalkeeper made 14 saves across the two legs. It took a 37-year-old center back scoring the first European goal of his entire career in the 93rd minute to knock Barcelona out. So here's what these three actually did in a single season. Lewandowski at 36, 42 goals and passed 100 for the club. Yamal at 17, 15 assists in La Liga, more than anybody else in the league, and 7 goals from outside the box. Raphinha, 18 league goals, 11 league assists, 13 in the Champions League to finish joint top scorer in the whole competition, 22 goal contributions in 14 European games, more minutes than any other player at the club, and La Liga Player of the Season. And as a team, 174 goals, more than PSG, more than Bayern, more than Real Madrid, more than Liverpool, the most in Europe, and the third most Barcelona have ever scored in a season.